Hi, we are in Paris and we're looking at the Sacré-Cœur. Indeed we are. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Well, there it is. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? And that's exactly what we're going to see. Right, nearly there. It's just quite a few steps to go up, that's all. But the journey will be worth it. We can just about see the elliptical shape of the dome of the Basilica of Sacré-Cœur. Okay, so behind me is a whisper gallery. Exactly. So what does a whisper gallery have to do with maths? Well, look at the shape first of all. Notice it looks quite elliptical, doesn't it? It was designed for a very special reason. Here we go, made it to the top. Not quite top of the world, but oh, Eiffel Tower as well. There we go. Oh, look at this lovely dome. Fantastic. So how does this whisper gallery work then? Well, I'm walking around a dome now and you can see it's elliptical in shape. There's a few people, of course, because it's a tourist attraction. It's not just a mathematical thing. There's quite a few people. But yeah, I'm walking around, as you can see, and walking around this elliptical shape. I can't visit inside the dome because that's been closed off, unfortunately. So I'm doing the next best thing, which means every now and again I can just take a look at the view out here, which is not bad, to be honest. But the dome is that sort of shape there. Okay, and you can just about see here the elliptical path that's going all the way around this one. I'm just going to keep on walking. Okay. Oh, glasses off. Gonna look good for my YouTube videos. So how's this elliptical dome working then? Well, as I've been saying, I've been walking around this ellipse now. The idea is you've got two focus points on an ellipse. This is where the math starts, okay? And the idea is that any ray, for example a light ray or a sound ray, that's emitted from one of the focus points gets deflected or reflected from the elliptical shape, and it gets deflected onto the second focus point. Oh, I just need to stop there just for a moment to explain what I was talking about. Okay, so let's just do that. I'll get back to you in a minute. So this is the ellipse and I'm walking around the dome, okay, just walking around the elliptical shape, okay, there it is. These are the two focus points that I'm referring to, S and S dash. S dash, okay. What I'm saying is that if you've got something being emitted from one focus point, like a ray or a sound wave, it gets deflected onto the second focus point. Okay, doesn't matter which direction you emit the ray, it always gets deflected onto the focus point. Okay, I hope this diagram is making it clear. And vice versa, if you have someone on the other focus points, then anything gets deflected onto the other one. Or look at this diagram if you wish. Okay, here are loads of rays, okay, a bit like sound waves, because they're emitted in all sorts of directions, aren't they, the sound waves? But they all get deflected onto the second focus point, which is rather important to the point I'm making in this video. Okay, so here, as I'm walking around, here's the two focus points, and now enjoy the rest of the video. If I can just find me, there he is. Okay, right, enjoy the rest. So, what's this got to do with whisper galleries? Well, suppose you're one person standing at a focus point, and you've got a friend who's standing at another focus point. The idea is you should be able to just whisper something, and then the sound waves will reflect from your focus point, deflect from the elliptical shape itself onto the other focus point. So your friend should be able to hear what you're saying as if they're standing right next to you. Okay. If I had a friend, then I'd ask them to test it out with me, but I don't have the opportunity to, so I can't. Okay. So I'll say it again. So basically, two friends, each one at each focus point. One of them whispers at one focus point. Their sound wave is deflected onto the other focus point, and they can hear as if they're actually standing right next to them. Okay, hence it's called a whisper gallery. This is important, mathematical phenomenon, and also a nice sound phenomenon. Because suppose you want to eavesdrop on some conversations. You know how it is when people are talking about you, and they don't want you to be around when they're talking about you. What you can do is have it such that they are dishing out the dirt on you at one focus point, and then you can sneak off to the other focus point, and then you can hear exactly what they're saying, okay? And then you can rejoin them later and sort of pretend and not know what they were saying and go, yeah. See what I mean? Anyway, there we go. I've run out of time. Count of how many times I've walked around this ellipse now. Maybe you can rewind the video and tell me, okay? But that's effectively what an ellipse is. That's why I like them, okay? Yes, they look nice from above, below, and inside as well. But from a pure mathematical point of view, that is why ellipses are quite important. Right, let's sign off with one more view of Paris, shall we? There we go. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Right, that's the end of my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Yay, that's what I like to hear.